1. fun. Yeah, and the stream, the technical stream is not circular.
Sorry, Jada.
No problem, I just practice.
All right, good evening, everyone. As we are ready to get the final round of our Caribbean Single Make Championship on the way, free practice has now come to a close, and we are about to go qualifying here. Hit us up in the comment section there on YouTube, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button with the notification bell as qualifying is live. This is official qualifying. You are go. First person out the gate there is Marlon Young, followed by, ooh, I can't even keep track right now, but just look at how many cars we have out here today. Oh man, it seems as though even those guys who signed up and missed races decided to all come together and race here on this final day with us. We already got like half the field out there, and it's about 12 cars, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just gonna stick here for a moment because of course doesn't make sense we go and follow anyone just yet. As we can see some other guys leave the server here. The Cuban Zafiro Ramirez, back with us after a hiatus, is finally getting to go out there on track. Javon Taylor, Tavar Clark as well. And we can already see some other guys teleporting back into the pit lane. Donmar Scott leaving pit lane as well. And that was Marlon Young who teleported back, I should say. With him heading back on track there, it's 19 cars right now going around Circuit Zolder, ladies and gentlemen, as the first person comes across the line. It's Michael Charles. Sorry, that's Andrew Marson, not a Trinidadian here, joining us for the final round, ladies and gentlemen. Then Michael Paisley, Kurt Moss, Jaden Harrison there comes across the line, Joshua Brady as well, and these times are definitely not indicative of what we will see at the end here of qualifying session. Sean Lee there coming out of pit lane as well. Declan Daniel, another guy, Trinidadian, joining us here today. Christian Rajnath Kill, Vaden Roper across the line there as well to put him in 8th position actually. And Nathan Bryan at number 10 there. Miss Shane Wallace in number 11. And we're just gonna wait until they finish their first set of rounds here, and then we'll start following some guys. But of course, 1:40. If you stay tuned to us on our newsletter, you'll know 1:43 is definitely not a time that is competitive here in qualifying. And if you're wondering about our newsletter, you can actually visit our website at www.caribbeansimracing.org, and scrolling right down to the bottom of that page, you will see the sign up option for our newsletter. Every time we post articles, you will get that, and of course that is also in relation to any news in the background that you might be interested in as well. Okay, so now we're getting some times here. Jamaican Michael Paisley putting in the fastest time so far with a 1:31.5. We're going to follow him now, and he's got his countryman Kurt Moss with a 1:32.0 there, coming up in second place. Andrew Marson with a 1:32.0 as well, but it's a 0:11. That's pretty close there to Kurt Moss from Marson. Then we've got Mark Pugson is the other Trinidadian, the final Trinidadian here. That's coming out to race with CSRO. So Michael's got some traffic now ahead of him. So I don't expect this one to be a fast one. Where is Kurt Moss? Kurt Moss does have a bit of breathing space, and he's doing better here through this first sector. Oh, he's going even faster now in the second sector. Martin Webster just pulls out And he's got his first place guy right in front of him there, Michael Paisley. He's going to want to have to... Oh, Michael does pull away. Doesn't want to give away that slipstream there. So Kurt and also Michael's time would have been... would have definitely been slower there because he had Martin Webster in front of him. So Kurt's going to come across the line now. What is it for him? Oh, it cannot be better so far, but he's going again. He does get down into the 31s. Kurt Moss, where is Andrew Marson? Here he is. Of course, coming late into the fight, they could not get a custom livery done for them, so they're sporting right now the default liveries of these cars. I think Marson is on an outlap, is he? Yes, he is. So he's going for a fast one now. Let's stick with him. We've got quite a few guys still in pit lane here. And I would expect... Oh, it looks like Andrew is going a bit slow there on entry through turn 1. And I was about to say... finding space on this track is going to be difficult here, and unlike in real racing, these guys don't have a team behind them to let them know that, you know, where to find the space here on track. I was just looking at Joshua Brady there coming across from the racing line to give Andrew Marson an opportunity here to get by. You know, these guys are really professional in the way they take this, and we do have, like, oh, Kurt Moss goes fastest now. Purple everywhere with a 131.404, but look at Mikhail Charles, ladies and gentlemen, up in that top spot with a 131.389. The Trinidadians here in full force at Circuit Zolder. Right, so I was saying that these guys, if you're wondering, the organization puts every thought into every nick and cranny here. I don't think Mikhail is on a fast lap, so he'll pull aside too to let Martin go by. Where is Michael Paisley now? Kurt Moss is going even faster now through the first sector. I'm very happy I made a mistake to click on his name there, but he might have messed that up. I don't think that's the way to go through Sector 2's chicane right there. We'll just have to wait and see what his time is, because he definitely does not want... Oh, he's not that far away. So we'll stick with Kurt Moss now. We do have a yellow flag there for Christian Rajnot and Donmar Scott. Might have come together here on track. So Kurt Moss then across the line any second now. And we'll get to know who was that. Didn't get to see who just made that. Oh, he goes fastest. 131.124. It is on, and he runs off the track there. What about Mikhail? Can he respond? What about Paisley? What's Paisley doing? You think he's now back on a fast one? Mikhail's got some traffic in front of him. Does stay out of the way. It's Tavar Clark. Listen to the sound of those. Oh, Mikhail messes it up. He gets a cut track warning there. That's an invalid lap. And now we look back then to Michael Paisley. Mark Puxon does manage to get ahead of his countryman there in 4th position. Oh, Michael taking way too much of that curb. And yes, that is definitely a no-brainer. He's got to take that one off. Kurt Moss, I think he's got some issues here. But he's in a safe position. He's not in anyone's way here, so that's fine. Michael Paisley now coming back out from the pit lane. Where is Mikhail Charles in this one? I think he's still on an outlap here, so he's completing his outlap to begin a fast one. We'll stick with him, but I want to see Mark Puxon doesn't have anything yet for Sector 1 showing on screen. So Mikhail begins one now. Let's look at Mark Puxon then. think Mark might be on an outlap as well. Andrew seems as though he's on an outlap as well. Christian looking back. I think he's now beginning a lap here, Christian. And Declan Daniel is improving here in 7th position. So let's see where Declan will put this Porsche as he now completes the lap, coming around the final chicane here at Circuit Zolder. Onto the front start, finish straight away. Comes across the line now. Oh, he does improve, puts that car in 4th position, and he's leading his Trinidadian teammates right now, who are in 5th and 6th behind him. So Trini is definitely out in full force here, and if you notice, we do not have Dominic Charles out here today. He would have already won the championship here, but of course 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th is still up for grabs. And of course he couldn't make it here today. He's got some personal business to take care of, and feeling safe securing the championship, he's left his teammates here to take care of the rest. So if you look back up the field now, Michael Charles is now beginning a fast win. What about Michael Paisley? I'm not seeing anything being calculated from Michael. And Declan Daniel is going faster here in Sector 1. Kurt Moss is sitting in pit lane. Michael Charles goes back into pit lane. I think he messed up that lap. Declan now is going to come across the start-finish line any moment now. And he improves, but does not go faster than Michael Paisley here. Where is Michael on the lap? He's coming around. He's entering the final sector here. And now we can see John Green finally coming out on track there. Does let the guys go by. And before I lose my train of thought once more, I was saying that the organization, every championship, every series that you see us put on comes with its very own rules and regulations. So they do have a guide to follow here. And you do have a guide to follow here once you start racing with us at CSRO. And he goes now into a fast lap, Michael Paisley. So we'll stick with the Jamaican, and even better, take a run on board with him. Have a look at Circuit Zolder. Going faster here, but just in Sector 2 now. Into Sector 3. He's about to complete it. Taking a little bit too much of that curb. He runs it wide. Sean Lee goes into 8th position in the meanwhile. And he cannot improve here, Michael Paisley. Where's Michael Charles on the lap? He's on a fast one, but he's got traffic in front of him. Declan Daniel is back in pit lane. Mark Pugson doing better here in the 2nd sector, but is slow off the 1st sector. Don't know if he'll manage a fast one. Nope, he's giving that one up, and you can see Cale Valen Roper there coming across. He does let Cale go by. Andrew Marson here on an outlap. Looking back now, Christian Rajnot beginning a fast one. Stephen Pommel's on a fast one, as well as Sean Lee, who's up now through the 1st sector here. With 3/10 to his name, he's doing better than his previous sector time there. That's what that means, that green signal. But after 4 laps, Kurt Moss is satisfied there with that time of 1:31.124. Sean Lee's giving up this lap. He's already a second down. And then we've got Nathan Bryan. Look at it. Qualifying is over. The 15 minutes have expired. Rather, has expired. And Nathan Bryan there is not on a fast one. He's going slowly around here. Let's look at Mikel Charles. He's calling it quits there on that lap. Michael Paisley can see how slow he's going. And the three Trinidadians are back in pit lane. Where's Christian Rajnot? Not improving through Sector 1. He's way down there in Sector 2 now. Stephen Pummels as well takes it back. And John Green comes across the line with a 1:36.56. We saw him waiting in pit lane before everyone else, and you know, he just came out when the track began to clear up here, and John Green just takes it away, puts himself there up in the top spot now, the only Guyanese there in top 5. Kurt Moss then probably angry at himself, or maybe that's the best he can afford here at 1:31.124. And we've got Mikel Charles, the Trinidadian, here representing. It's a Guyanese, Jamaican, and Trinidadian out here. No Barbadians just yet. We had a few, but they got busy with real life stuff after the pandemic got over. And so we have no representative. I think we do have Derek Rudder, but he didn't make it here in time for the beginning of the championship, and I guess he just decided to say, well, you know what, doesn't make sense. He's the only one from Barbados racing with us right now. But here, Mikel Charles, Trinidadian representative, if I might add, Mikel Charles is racing on a mouse and keyboard. Go ahead.
Is this race gonna transition to night?
Yes, it will.
Alright.
All right, so as I was saying, Mikel Charles there, and then Michael Paisley getting pipped by Mikel Charles there just by a few tenths or so. Man, what a tight one this one. The top from second to seventh are in the 31s though. Just look at that. Amazing stuff here, bro. And these guys are having a bit of fun here before we go racing. Just trying to check and see how many guys we actually have on the server. It's gonna be 23 guys racing here today, guys. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. I hope we don't suffer any crashes. The internet gods are with us. Just please let us finish off this championship without any hiccups. I can see you guys there in Chatland, YouTube, baby. Let's go. All right. What's going on out here? Remember, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you know that you got friends and family that like this type of stuff, share it with them as well. We are ready to go racing here. And just remember, it's a rolling start. And unfortunately, we do not have our...
Quick question. So I need to drop back to where Kale is to serve a 5 place grid penalty.
Exactly, you have a 5 place grid penalty, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to be alongside Jaden Harrison.
Okay, copy.
Just to be sure, I didn't have no penalties, right?
I can't remember.
I wasn't keeping up the space up to date during the week.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
No.
I think Christian took all the penalties for everyone.
Okay, cool.
I don't have any.
How Chris gets penalty though?
We're gonna
Some
have
people like protests, right? Well, we're not gonna say nothing about it.
Question, do I have any penalty?
Nah.
No, Martin, just Christian alone.
Christian, what you do to people, man?
We don't ask these questions. We just accept it, right? Just accept it. So I'll be alongside Jaden, but are you sure about that? And Kale will be behind me.
So, oh, wait a second. I'm looking down at the bottom. Sorry. Hold on. Wait, let me get this back up. All right, you are in. Where are you right now? 8th position, right?
Yeah.
So it's yeah, you're alongside Kale. You're gonna be the 14th car on the grid.
Good, good, great.
Sorry, you're gonna be the 13th car on the grid.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, let me get myself in a position here because it's gonna be a rolling start. All right, if I can get your attention, guys, it's going to be a rolling start, as did every other race here in this championship. I want to just say briefly thank you guys for coming out and racing with us in this championship. We've been happy to have you, and it's been one of the best championships we've seen here since CSRO's return. Just remember that this is a rolling start. When the lights go out, do not go. Do not attempt to try a race start and then be given a penalty. It's going to be a drive-through penalty, and then you'll be put at the back of your grid. Use of that horn is prohibited during the race. If there is an incident in lap 1, then you restart single file, no overtaking. All right, take the names off for a bit. Let me see this. I'm excited. All these beautiful cars on the track. Just look at it. And the liveries, the ones that do have liveries, are done by us in-house. They're Christian Rajnath, the one taking all the penalties for everyone from the last race. That's actually a joke. It's not really serious. Is actually responsible for doing these liveries. Big shout out to him. All right, 80 kilometers per hour. 80 kilometers per hour. My two Titus, you have a drive-through penalty. You are to wait at the end of pit lane. Wait to the end of pit lane. Mission Wallace, you've been given a drive-through penalty. You are to wait at the end of pit lane. Wait at the end of pit lane. This is what I'm going to do here. Let me just get these cars at a lower level and talk to them, because exactly what I told them not to do, they did.
Am I supposed to wait after the warm-up lap or before or during?
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. For you guys, just make a path in between. Let the two guys who have the penalties through get around quickly. That's Mission Wallace and quickly Matthew Titus. Get around. So you can enter pit lane and remain at the end of pit lane and wait until every car passes before you get going. Remember, don't enter pit lane too fast. You'll be given another penalty. So, Christian, you should have dropped back by now.
Yeah, I'm behind you.
Copy. Bring it down to 50 kilometers per hour, 50 kilometers per hour. Guys, be careful, don't run into each other. Prepare for your race start. You're now under the director's orders. light, green light, green light, green light. All right, we got race start, ladies and gentlemen. Already, Michael Charles, Michael Paisley having a look there on the inside. John Green, though, gets going into turn one. Kurt Moss runs it really wide there, but he's still alive. Looking back now, has there been any sort of issue here? So Michael, gets up and alongside Kurt Moss and puts that car into second position. So the guys have taken the drive through, but it's John Green who's running away with this one so far. Matthew Titus already with an issue. Their tires are too cold. Well, look at Mikkel being attacked. Look at it. How many cars are getting in through here this chicane? We do have a bit of bump and tussle there, and now we got someone. It's Andrew Marson. That's looking the other way. Does he get going now? Yes, he does, but he's got to be careful how he gets back on track. Joshua Brady being attacked here as well. Jaden Harrison gets up into 11th. Kale is going to take the opportunity to get up into 11th now. Tavar, his teammate, is looking very, very racy behind them. So Tavar's got a front row street. His teammate putting that a car on the inside of Jaden Harrison. He's fighting now for that 11th position. And look, that's the second half of the field, I should say. We got a huge accident. Declan Daniel off of track right now. John Green, though, being able to run away with this one. Declan seemingly out already. Stephen Pommel's now up into 8th position. He's having a look at Mark Puxon. John Green already putting 2 seconds between himself and Mikel Charles. Kurt Moss just trying to hold on to this one. He's got an opportunity, Kurt, to just at least, and we look back now, Christian Ranchanon's having a fight here with Javon Taylor. Kurt Moss has got an opportunity to at least tie it off with Dominic Charles, who's not here today. And we look back up, it's Kurt Moss now on the heels of Mikel Charles. They go into the break-in zone. Villeneuve chicane, actually. Seems as though he's just, we got a bunch of cut track warnings coming in there for some, a huge amount of guys. I would assume it's the first chicane there. Oh, Mikel runs it a bit wide, and now Kurt has got a huge run up on the inside of him. Yes, he is. He's alongside that car, Kurt Moss, and he gets up into second position. Can he get job done here? Yes, he has. Mikel now under pressure from Michael Paisley, it seems. So I'm hearing a crash here. That's a huge crash with Taylor. And Marson.
No, it's back on right now.
Wait, what a mess. What's going on?
Just resume, the server is up.
Alright, I'm gonna call a yellow flag. Full course yellow, no overtaking, no overtaking. First car, bring it down to 50 kilometers per hour, please. Is everybody okay? Everybody back in? We have a full course yellow, no overtaking. Just talk to me, guys. Everyone okay?
Is my mic on?
Yeah, we're chilling.
All good, all good.
Alright, I'm gonna wait for the back end of the field to make it up here.
Oh God, bro, take your time.
Sorry,
oh,
sorry, Romeo.
Oh,
no,
Marlon, hold on.
I pressed the clutch instead of the brake, sorry.
There we go.
Is my mic on?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Giovanni, you need to move back up to 17th place.
Alright, get yourself started there.
Javan, come around. You ran off during the yellow flag.
I think crash. Just them crash.
Okay.
Hello?
Alright, Martin's out, so just bring up the rear end of the field. Stay close. We go racing on this next lap. We we go racing on the next lap. Bring it up to 80 kilometers per hour in this last sector here, John.
Sorry about that.
Be careful of the concertina effect, guys. Be careful of the concertina effect. Alright, 50 kilometers per hour, 50 kilometers per hour, John.
My God.
We're doing to me, man.
Come on, guys, focus for the race start. Green light, green light, green light. Alright, we get racing once more again. Michael Paisley trying to get a jump here on the inside of Dunmar Scott. He does get it up in there, but can he complete it? Oh, huge crash at the back, but no more restarts on this one. We can see them falling down the order. We'll pick them up after. But Dunmar and Michael Paisley having a huge fight here. Now Nathan Bryan having a look as well. Michael definitely not good here on the restart, and now he's all the way back in 5th position. He's got a lot of work here now to do. Pit window is open now. Cale Vader Roper getting passed there by Sean Lee, and it seems as though Christian's having a look as well. Oh, Dunmar Scott with an issue. Now Michael Paisley. Oh, huge incident there. Circuit Zolder, oh my gosh, that's it. They can't get back on the way. They gotta get back on the way here. That's a huge crash, but it's no more restarts here. This tight track, and imagine we went to Long Beach and we didn't see this mishap. It's just too many cars here. They do that, get going again, and the biggest loser here is Michael Paisley. Back all the way in 11th now. 17th actually. Let's look ahead though. We've got Poxon 7/10 away from Nathan Bryan here. Nathan now able to join us after a huge hiatus here. And there's even more drama in the back of the field. Tavar Clark goes into pit lane. Cale Vaden Roper now gets attack again. He gets up into 13th, and we got a huge incident here. Madru Martian seeing the wall, and now he's gonna get past here. He's gonna be all the way back into 13th now. He's on the inside though, so Jade is gonna have to hold on. He's gonna have another try here though, Jaden, on the next set of turns here. Oh, and it's 3 wide, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Paisley as well. And who is that? It's Stephen Pommel's missing his braking zone. And huge crash there. Now Stephen Pommel takes out his countryman. Being blindsided there as they approach the chicane. It's very common in circuits like these. And Stephen Pommel's now all the way back into 20th position. Cale Vader Roper now losing another position, goes into 13th. Marlon Young in 17th now. Joshua Brady getting ahead of him. Sean Lee looking very racy behind them. On the inside is Sean Lee. Got that late braking down Sean into the first set of chicane, into the final set of chicanes here. While John Green sets the fastest lap of the race. So job done there, but Jaden Harrison now with an issue all the way there. He's got to watch how he comes back on the field, but it's only Stephen Pommels who's at the back here with him now. Looking ahead, Michael Charles has lost that second position to Kurt Moss. Kurt Moss runs it into very slow out patch there to Sen, and he loses that position to Michael Charles now. Oops. I'm moving my... It's not supposed to be moved. So John Green here has got a great lead with about 4 seconds to his name, followed by Michael Charles and then Kurt Moss, who you saw made that mistake there. Then we've got Nathan Bryan right behind him, followed by Mark Puxon here as they're settling down. Then we got Christian Rajnath Zafiro has made it all the way up into 7th now. We see more yellow flags there for those in red. And then Rob Patab is right there in 8th position behind Zafiro. Mission Wallace here in 9th. And then we've got Matthew Titus to finish off the top 10. So Kurt Moss right on the heels once again of the Trinidadian here. Let's ride with them. He's got a great run here, and Mikkel is trying to squeeze him. Into turn 1 they go. Mikkel on the inside line. Can he get it to stop? No, he's going to run it wide. Now they switch back. Kurt Moss on the outside. Mikkel on the inside. Kurt Moss trying to stay away from the Trinidadian here as it gives him the competition room. Look at how close he is though. Keep 6 feet apart. That's not being adhered to this time around. Oh, he just touches him just. Definitely as fast a pace here, Kurt Moss. He switches back on the inside now. And just for the moment, oh, we see Sean Lee dropping down the order. Just for the moment, Mikkel stays alive. And they've got to be very careful with these chicanes here. They quickly give you a cut track penalty here. But I want to check back now. It's Michael Paisley and Sean Lee and Jaden Taylor fighting here for that coveted 12th position. Michael, not the race he wanted here. He had a great opportunity at, I believe it was 2nd position. Oh, Zafiro Ramirez with an issue here now. And you can see the difficulty that is coming back on track here. He's got to be careful not to get into someone's way. Now he's all the way back to this fight here that we're seeing with Michael Paisley, who does get by Javon Taylor. Now Sean Lee's going to want to do the same. The pace is definitely falling off here against Taylor. And Sean has got another lap here to try and put in the work. Looking at Poxon now. Nathan Bryan is even closer to him. Taylor gets passed by Sean Lee on the inside here now. Can he mount a response? No, he cannot. You can see Sean Lee just cutting across there. He's got that line and he got it done. Nathan Bryan gets passed by Mark Puxon. I think Nathan messed up that chicane there. So the Trinidadian gets by into 5th position. Ooh, Sean Lee been given a cut track warning as well. He's up to his 3rd. Marlon Young having a look at Taylor now. Oh, he's going to get tagged by Harrison Pummels. What's wrong with Pummels? I think he's got an issue with his brake pedals. He's messing up too much his braking zone. But if we look forward, Marlon Young, oh, locks up Taylor. And Harrison as well. Oh, Mikkel gets passed by Kurt Moss. We saw this one coming. Kurt just playing the fiddle here, and he gets it done. Now Mikkel gets relegated into 3rd. Michael Paisley up into 11th now, as Zafiro is passed. Harrison already put to rest here, and Calvin and Robert having a look on the inside. He gets it done. He gets up into 17th. But can Harrison slow it down? Yes, he can. Andrew Marshall with a fight back here now sees Harrison. Mikkel is still sticking close to Kurt Moss though. And it seems like the rest of the field is... Oh, Stephen Pummels and Marlon Young having a tussle here. Gets on the grass. It's Calvin and Ropo. Oh, misses his breaking point. Harrison is running into that. And Jaden, I think Marlon Young was tagged there. Does he get going again? Yes, he does. Meanwhile, Brady and Harrison... Oh, Taylor, this is a huge fight still. I don't know which one to look at, actually. Now, Marson with an opportunity here. Christian goes purple on that previous lap. Matthew Titus and Ropertab in pit lane here for his pit stop. Looking back, Joshua Brady also looking down. Harrison's Bolt. Ropotab in the pit box there, as I said. Oh, I think it's Taylor. Yes, Harrison goes into pit lane now. And where is Marlon Young too as well in pit lane? So looking back up the field, let's restart this order now. Michael Charles is losing time here now to Kurt Moss. Mark Puxon on the other hand has gotten rid of Nathan Bryan there. Put some well-deserved space between himself and Bryan. Bryan has got a charge in Christian Reginald. You can see Christian there in 6th position now to worry about. Matthew Titus here in 7th position has got a train of cars coming up behind him in Wallace and Scott. Scott looking very racy behind his countryman. On the outside, he's trying to pass here, or having a look, I should say. Kurt Moss sets a 131.3 there on the timing charts. Not the fastest though. The fastest is held by John Green. It's a 130.839, as I think... who was that? I think it's Titus that goes into pit lane now. So Scott and Wallace fights into turn 1. Andrew Martian calls it a day here. Cannot get it done. Thanks to Joe Bob there for the subscription. So Matthew Titus is in pit lane. Donmar Scott losing it here against Wallace. And the first round of pit stops are in. John Green has 8.5 seconds against Kurt Moss. Slow motion ninjas aren't really that slow. That's the... Oh, we got Joshua Brady there. Waiting to get back on track. And he does so. I'll look back now to Kurt Moss. He's got some cars in front of him that would be seeing blue flags. And then we look at Michael Charles, who takes it into pit lane. So he's going to want to try here now with the undercut to Kurt Moss. And Mark Boxon is actually running the same strategy here, or trying to mimic the strategy here of Michael Charles. Nathan Bryan as well gets into pit lane, while Christian Rajanot is sent into 3rd position. Looking back though, Donmar Scott and Mission Wallace, you can see where Donmar is gaining on Mission. It's that final sector. And Michael Paisley gets up back into 6th now with the pit stops. And Stephen Pummels has been given a drive-through penalty there for cutting. I think it's cutting the... Oh, nope, he's ran out of cut track warnings. That's what happened there to Stephen Pummels. He's had 5 cut track warnings, and he's used up all of them. So now he's been given a drive-through penalty as Donmar tries to mount an attack here for this 4th position. Through the first chicane. Into the braking zone for the 2nd one he goes. And he's not letting up off of Wallace here now. He's got an opportunity. Can he make it done? Can he get it done here on the inside? What a pass, ladies and gentlemen. Donmar Scott up into 4th position. Mission is going to stay with him though. Stephen Pommel sees another issue here now. He's in the gravel trap there. And Pertab is going to get by. Oh, I think he's got damage, Pommels, does he? Let's go back to Machine though. He's trying his best not to let not to let Scott get away with this one. Oh, they both run it wide here now. Who comes out though with the shorter end of the stick? What has happened to John Green? He's lost it now. He's back in 2nd position. Kurt Moss goes into 1st. I just barely spot that there. John Green with almost 10 seconds to his name there against Kurt Moss. Now back in 2nd, and Christian Rajnat is actually 14 seconds behind him. So at least for that part, he's clear. But I'm not sure if he had an issue here, John Green. Now you can see Kurt Moss there through the penultimate turn. Is he going to pit? No, he does not. Looking back, Stephen Pummels and Robert Tab fighting here now. Runs it wide there, Stephen Pummels. And now Cale Vaden Roper is mounting an attack here against his countryman Nathan Bryan. What about Pummels and Pertab? I gotta switch between these 2 fights here. And Matthew Titus is looking at this. Oh, he's got another cut track warning there. Does he? Yes, he does. Donmar Scott and Wallace in pit lane, ladies and gentlemen. Coordinated as much as they were following each other. Mark Poxon back up into 6th position now. Sean Lee gets into 5th. So they're not moving just yet here, Mission Wallace and Donmar Scott. As Michael Charles now comes back to claim some positions here after his pit stop. Charles gets going. Wallace as well. Scott. Scott exits pits lane. He gets a 143.7. What is it for Wallace? It's a 45.7, so a little bit slower there for Wallace. Taylor and Pummels now in pit lane. Ramirez gets up into 9th position here. And I'm constantly looking for the fights here now. So Steven actually had that drive-through penalty to take, and he does take it. Pertab has got Scott now on his tail, ladies and gentlemen. Taylor is in pit lane. Christian Rajnat pits here from 3rd position. Where is Michael Paisley? He gets into pit lane as well. And Sean Ali goes for another lap. Sean Lee's going to catapult now into 3rd position with these pit stops. And John Green is ahead now. You can see him 6/10 almost to Kurt Moss here. And in order for Kurt to level with Dominic Charles, he needs to win this race, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a change in position down the line here now. Paisley coming out of pit lane. And we've got cars behind Paisley. Does he make it out ahead of Partab? Yes, he does. They're on a racing lap, so he's allowed to get going again. And Michael Paisley does that well as Kurt Moss enters pit lane. So because of that, John Green, Stephen Pommel's been given a stop-go penalty of 10 seconds there for speeding into pit lane. He's done it over 100 kilometers per hour. That's why he's been given not a drive-through penalty, but a stop-go of 10 seconds. Strict out here today is the guys from Circuit Zolder, not messing around. I'm sticking here with Kurt Moss. I want to see what he does, what timing he gets at the end of pit lane, and then rate that against John Green's pit stop. Gets out at 41.7 there. Remember that. Sean Lee now gets in, and he's been given a drive-through penalty for speeding. He's entered there well over 85 kilometers per hour, and they, you know, it's been said to them many times before races. You got to watch for that pit entry line, and make sure you bring that car down. And Mikel Charles is back in pit lane. Christian Rajanot back now into fourth position. Into fourth position. Javon Taylor has taken his drive-through penalty. And Joshua Brady is seeing 5 out of 5 cut track warnings. So he's got to be careful as well. Where's Sean Lee now? Sean Lee does get back out. He's got Mikel Charles ahead of him. I don't know why Mikel pitted once again. Maybe he made a mistake here, Mikel. He's going to lose out now. He's back all the way in 10th position. And Sean Lee, it says that he's in 9th, but wait until the timing board gets started there. We've got 5 minutes now left before the close of pit lane, and 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, left in this final round of our Caribbean Single Make Championship. So Kurt Moss, with John Green still to pit, is well within to undertake John Green here with 39 seconds. Nathan Bryan been given a drive-through penalty for cutting. I'll tell you what, that's the second time that youngster has had that penalty here at CSRO. He's going to be hating himself for that one. Partab now closing in on Scott here for this 6th position. Nathan Bryan as well against Zafira Ramirez. Ooh, and I think Sean Lee goes back into pit lane here. He's got to take that drive-through penalty. He's going to be hating himself here. He had a great chance. And now Zafiro, he's got to be careful. He tries to get back on track here. He touches Harrison just there. And I was just about to look at the fight between him and Nathan Bryan. Nathan now in pit lane, actually. So I think Zafiro might have spun on his own. Sean Lee does take his drive-through penalty. He gets back out now. Where will he be? It says he's in 14th, 15th position. Zafiro is right behind him. Nathan Bryan as well takes his drive-through penalty. Lots of penalties here being dished out. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that much penalties here in a CSRO race. Looking back ahead of the field though, John Green, ladies and gentlemen, has gotten out 38 seconds to Kurt Moss. And as you know, he needs at least 40 seconds to get a clear pit stop here against the Jamaican. Looking at the Jamaican now. He's got Mark Poxon, who I believe did not pit just yet. Let's take a look here at who still needs to pit. So you've got John Green. Actually, yes, Poxon did pit. So Poxon doing pretty well here in 3rd position. And I think those were 2 pit stops. And Joshua Brady's been given a drive-through penalty again, ladies and gentlemen, for speeding in pit lane. Or I think it was cut. John Green goes into pit lane now. Let's take a look at what his pit time will be. Look at the top of your screen. He's got to be careful not to shoot past his pit box as well. And as the guys get going there on this Porsche, John Green can get going in a few moments time. Gets going now. It's 38 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Where is Kurt Moss? Kurt Moss enters first turn right now. And now John Green, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be close one. Kurt Moss goes into first. Yes, he does. But this is going to be a battle now down to the end of the race. One I am pretty much looking forward to. So John Green cannot get that timing down there for him to get the overcut to work. Now he's sitting 1.7 seconds here. And Joshua Brady's been given another, oh my, I don't mean to laugh, but it's tough on this kid. Another drive-through penalty there for speeding. Boxing, really not that far away from these guys. If it does come to a huge fight down at the ending of the race, ladies and gentlemen, then it could be well in play here for Mark to take his first win on his debut. Marlon Young has got the Jamaican Tavar Clark ahead of him here for a 12th position. And Joshua Brady, oh, I think he just got back out of the pits there. But we are looking at Marlon Young here now, as it seems as though Kurt Moss is managing to open that gap. Marlon Young gets pretty loose there on the exit of the chicane and now loses a position to Joshua Brady. Actually, did he? I think Joshua's a lap down. So he's not lost a position, actually. And we're looking behind it, Sean Lee and Jaden Harrison. Sean Lee being relegated here now into 15th. As we're well on the way into the final half of this race, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the sun setting here at Circuit Zolder. This is the closest fight we've got right now to bring you, but Cale Vaden Roper is looking very racy behind Michelle Wallace here. Machine making a very dire mistake there, and he's going to lose some more time to kill Vaden Roper. And he's pressuring his countryman here as they exit the chicane. Into the second chicane now. Oh, and he makes a mistake, Wallace. He runs that on. And he's going to give that position now to his countryman, Cale Vaden Roper. Cale up into 9th now. Marlon Young and Sean Lee, as well as Tavar Clark, in a huge fight here. Tavar using that horn. Tavar, you've been given a warning for using the horn. Oh, and it's a little traffic jam there, as even Jaden Harrison. Tavar Clark, I'm going to warn you one last time, do not use the horn. Javon Taylor, watch for the blue flags. Javon Taylor, watch for the blue flags. get going again. Tavar Clark knows that he's not allowed to use that horn, and he was using it against Taylor. And now he's in a battle here between, oh, on the inside is Sean Lee as well as Harrison looking to get in on this. I don't know who to follow right now. I think I'm going to pick up on Harrison though. Taylor does let them by. Marlon Young losing now. Sorry. Putting some space between himself and Tavar Clark. And Sean Lee is pressuring. He loses some though to Harrison now. Tavar runs it wide. He's got to watch how he comes back on track, but he gets going again, Tavar. But all in this, Marlon Young does get going, and he's now up into 11th position. And looking back, Harrison is pressuring Sean Lee here. Kurt Moss is doing a splendid job to keep. Oh, Tavar goes back into pit lane here. As Marlon Young comes across the line, followed by Sean Lee, gets the job done there against Harrison. And Tavar calling it quits here now. I was saying about Kurt Moss there, he's managing to hold that gap between himself and, oh, looking up, Sean Lee's pressuring Marlon Young now. Wow, Kurt Moss holds on there with a 2.5 second lead against John Green. Sean Lee mounts an attack here against his countryman, and he's given a cut track warning.
Sean, you gotta give back that position.
Oh, and he's missing that braking zone. There is Marlon Young. Just as Sean has that drive-through penalty there for coming across that line. It wasn't Sean, yes. He's cut the track now on more than 5 occasions. Oh, and Harrison takes out Sean Lee. But Sean still needs to pit here. And I think Kurt Moss has got traffic. Yes, he has. And now John Green, because of the traffic, has been able to catch up back. He does get by Taylor, though. And now he's even closer, John Green. Under 5 minutes to go here in this race. What a calamitous one hit has been. 136.73, the fastest lap there, being reset by John Green. Kurt under some very heavy pressure now. Welcome to John Rack there, being sported on Kurt Moss's rear wing. Ooh! I think he's got some issues there with his internet, actually.
Yeah, we got our eyes on it.
John Green is actually going to lose some time here now. Can he make it back on the braking here? And he's got Zafiro ahead of him as Kurt Moss. He's got to navigate by. Oh no, Zafiro not letting these leaders by as fast as they would have liked though. John Green pressuring the Jamaican here. He's got a great run, John Green. Through the start finish line they go, ladies and gentlemen. This is for the lead of the race. On the inside is Kurt Moss now. John Green on the outside runs it wide. Can he get it done? You can see Kurt Moss teleporting here around the place here, but can he get it done, John Green? Is that a fight? That is over. It seems so, ladies and gentlemen. Kurt Moss now relegated back into second position. As the lights are are coming on here at Circuit Zolder, everyone's getting a drive-through penalty. John Green has given back that position, not sure why. Maybe he just wants to race with Kurt. Now Kurt runs it over the chicane way too much. He's had to correct it. And they've got passes all around this track right now. Let's ride with John Green once again.
John, we're getting the feedback from your mic.
Into the second chicane they go. Comes out. Kurt Moss does get a pretty good run here. He's opening the gap. John Green trying that very alien-like line. If you know sim racing, if you know motor racing, that line there need to be explained to us in that fraternity. It gives you a better exit. That's all you need to know. He's pressuring the Jamaican here now, John Green. And Kurt Moss seemingly doing well to hold on here. But John has got that superior pace here against him, I would say. 25 seconds left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the final lap here when that time expires. Oh, he almost runs into the back there. John Green is going to lose pace now. Oh, Kurt Moss with a better line here through that chicane. John Green gets down into second gear there. And this is it. When they cross the line, that's it. Kurt Moss, as long as he can hold on here. John Green on the inside, having a look-see. Does he get the pace on the exit? I don't believe he will. Ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Moss is going to hold off John Green to take the win here. Beautiful race down to the wire. John Green, a second position. Mark Puxon, on his debut, is going to claim that final podium position. Christian Rajnath with a great race here is going to come in fourth position. And Michael Paisley, what a recovery drive here from the Jamaican to come in fifth behind Christian Rajnath. Donmar Scott here now is going to come across the line in sixth. He did get away from Raul Pertab here, who's now going to claim seventh. Matthew Titus here is going to claim eighth position. We still got guys. We got someone claiming a position. I think it's Stephen Pummels, as Wallace is in the pit lane. Wallace could not complete this race here. We saw him and Scott fighting. Harrison is going to get that ninth position. Nathan Bryan, unfortunately, he's going to lose out here back into 10th. Zafira Ramirez is going to get 13th. Not quite. Just let's wait until they come across the line. Everyone else can return to pit lane now, as I am about to conduct the race interviews. And seeing that it is the final race here, I'm going to allow celebrations for just a bit. Nathan Bryan, if you can just please put that car in pit lane. Christian Rajnath as well. Mark Puxon, can you make it around the lap here? We need you at the first turn for the driver's interview.
Okay, okay.
And nobody leave just yet there from the Discord server. I would like to request your presence for a meeting. I hope he has enough time to make it around here. I was expecting.
I'm trying.
I was expecting the lights to be a little bit more dim for us to race. Actually, no, this is what I set it at because the track is quite dark. Congratulations, guys, everyone who took part here in the event. And he cannot make it around in time. That's no problem. I just wanted to see your car there, Mark Puxon. In any case, we're going to conduct the interviews as is. Gentlemen, a magnificent race. Some will say, though, that it was a bit calamitous, and I will agree at major points in this event. We did see some some crashes that I did not expect here, especially after coming off a race there in Long Beach, which was quite a lot more demanding than this. Mark Puxon, you're going to have to introduce yourself because this is the first time you've actually raced here with us, and with it came a podium. Congratulations to you, sir. Do tell us, too, about your time in sim racing, if this is the first time you're on a Assetto Corsa, and of your previous outings, if not.
Well, hello and thanks very much. Yeah, my name is Mark, and I've been sim racing since Windows 95, 98, you know, since around back when the original Dirt came out, and I've been sim racing for a long time. I've partially made a transition, sorry, to PS4, the GT Sport, with some friends who encouraged me to. But I had never forgotten my PC roots, and Assetto Corsa was something that I always used to play a lot, but I never used to spend that much time in it, and never really got involved in any leagues per se. So this is pretty much my first competition online on Assetto Corsa.
Well, I have to say congratulations to you, and you are coming in here with a little bit of experience, I should say a lot, to bring that third position home for the Trinidadians here. In the absence of Dominic Charles as well, I want to say congratulations to you, man.
Thanks very much. Like I said, I hope to come back, and I predominantly like to race clean, and I'm the type of person that normally is quite patient. So if I do get any accidents with anybody, I apologize in advance.
That is definitely much appreciated here. Quickly talk about that race there for you, how you find the track and the car especially.
Track is it's a difficult track. Some guys will put down some phenomenal times that I don't know really how they get down to those times, but then again, I don't get the time to put in his practice like some people might. And I have basically put in as much practice as I can. And I like to be consistent more than flat out top pace.
Yeah, that is definitely something to look at here for some other guys as well. Well, thanks a lot for that, Mark Puxon. And we definitely, it's Pugman actually. I keep saying Puxon, Pugman, and well, I think
no, it is Pogman, but I tried to. I don't know why it's saying Pogman. I've had it corrected. When I look in the settings, it's set as POGSON. I don't know why it's showing up as that.
Okay then. All right. Thanks a lot there, Pugman. All right. So let's move on then to John Green. John, what happened there with you? We didn't see it. That's first and foremost. But then we saw Kurt get by you, and it all went downhill after that.
Yeah, it was a general mistake. Tires went off, and that same S turn, you can't take that S turn when your tire is, almost to the, So you know, I didn't test the car doing 20 laps or 15 laps. So when I went into that turn with the same pace, the back end just went. So spin. When I spin, there were 2 lap cars, so I couldn't spin the cars. I had to wait till they pass. But yeah, I was generally, you know, I was pretty much following the stream, and it was never my intention to actually win the race. So I always was gonna let Kurt pass. But yeah, when I pitted, the few laps I did on the tires, I had a lot of lap cars, and the tires weren't good, so I was basically like losing time to Kurt. So I decided to pit. What happened there was I was gaining on him, but then I was, like I said, I didn't want to pass him because of the championship. So I preferred them to have like a tie. So, but Kurt was putting up a fight. So at one point I wanted to catch him, right? So I decided, all right, I'll go after him, and then you know I couldn't catch him, and then a lap car just screwed up everything he worked for. So when I did get to pass him, I allowed him to pass me back because for me
Yeah,
that
we saw
wasn't fair.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was ridiculous. 'Cause I know Kurt wasn't happy about that. So, but yeah, I tried to catch him back, and it wasn't possible. Really nice racing though.
Most definitely. We sure did enjoy it. I'm telling you what, I did not know where to look, guys. All right, finally, we get to Kurt Moss. Kurt missing out on a race here, and then Dominic missing out today. One would hope that, or just wonder, hope to wonder actually, if you did not miss that race, this championship would have been yours.
Yeah, maybe. We could all say, you know, what if, but it is what it is. I'm having fun racing, man. Whenever I show up, to me, winning a championship or whatever, it's good to have, but it's all about having fun whenever I get on track. So it is what it is. I had fun today, and I'm glad John kind of clarified what happened. I was wondering why he let me back in front, but yeah, thanks, John. The lap traffic was like really ridiculous for me. I don't know why guys keep fighting on track. I don't know if they're not using their relatives or what, but good win, good race. I struggled at the start. I had 2 cut tracks on the first lap, so it was really a struggle for me early on.
Yeah, we saw actually you losing a pace there to John as well on the start, and then you had Mikel to worry about too.
Yes, definitely. They were close. Like a bunch of us were are really on basically the same pace. So it was almost like just having a better pace and just to keep ahead of them. Yeah, so I'm happy with the result, man.
All right, and we're happy too as well for such a beautiful championship. I'd say just before you go, Kurt, I want your thoughts on this car, on the structure of this championship as we go forward here with the organization. Let the people know what's going on here.
Well, pretty much, it's a very good car for a single make race. It's challenging, but it's not so difficult to drive where it's kind of you don't want to drive it. But yeah, I could see doing another season with it. It's a pretty good car.
All right, then that is going to be it there. Then thanks a lot, guys, especially you, Kurt Moss, there for the final words. I'm going to step aside. Remember, do not leave the Discord server just yet. We have a meeting right after this race, but I'm just going to step aside now and close off this stream here. All right, guys. Well, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The end of our Caribbean Single Make Championship. We will have to go over this one as the space for second and third, and we're actually going up to fifth position here to bring light of the top 5. So if you notice in our Instagram postings, you will see the top 5 at every round here being highlighted, not just the top 3 on the podium, but the top 5. So what we'll do is we have to make sure we go over, because there are going to be a lot of protests here after this one, and we're just going to have to go through those protests. The race director and his race steward is going to have to go through the protests, and at least by Tuesday we're going to get the full official results. But as it is, ladies and gentlemen, Trinidadian Dominic Charles takes the first CSRO it's not the first single make championship, but he is taking the first one of 2022 home with him, and a bag of points there for the title of Caribbean Sim Racing Champion, which you know is separate from the points here that they're going to gain in not all of the championships, but some of the championships, because that's going to be a different title, and at the end of the year, whoever has the most points there for that title is going to have a nice shiny trophy, compliments of CSRO or any partner who would like to come on and sponsor that trophy. Just hit us up in our email at Caribbean Sim Racing at gmail.com if you'd like to sponsor that trophy. But we want to give these guys, no matter where they are in the Caribbean, we're going to ship that trophy to you, so you get that. And every year, as a matter of fact, you're going to get a trophy with your name and the title of Caribbean Sim Racing Champion. So if you're new to this all as well and you'd like to join us, hit us up on our Discord server. You'll have to go to our website. It's www.caribbeansimracing.org, and look for the Discord icon. It's going to be at the top of your page or at the bottom of your page. Click on that, get into the Discord server, and we'll get you set up from there. We've got a couple more championships lined up for you. We're going to take a short break here in the month of July, and then in August we're going to get the GT3 and GT4 combination for the first time here at CSRO on track together. So what will happen is that we're going to run a qualifying week or two, and we're going to split the field, and the faster guys are going to get the GT3 machines to run with, while the slower guys are going to get the GT4 machines to run with. So all in all, that's going to be two separate championships running in one for the month of for August. Okay, so we're going to be back with you guys in August. However, our CSRO runs, which is our regular races, the races that are not championship races, are going to be on still for the month of July. Not all of them are going to be streamed, but majority of them will. At least 2 or 3 of them will. All right, I can see a lot of you guys going off here in the comment section for YouTube, but I can't go through all of them right now. I just want to say, if it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, get this algorithm going, and make this the most popular video on YouTube right now, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that up. Remember to subscribe with the notification bell as well. Whenever we go live, you'll get that notification in your inbox on your YouTube application on your phones, so you stay with us for the following events that we have coming up here. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think I'm forgetting anything. All right, stay tuned to our socials. That's Facebook or Instagram, and we will post the official results there, as well as the highlights of this race, in case you don't want to go through all 1 hour and what is that, 42 minutes now? Jeez. All right, guys. See you in the next one. Stay tuned to our socials for the announcement of the next one as well. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Stefan. Thank you for joining me in this series. See you in the next one.
We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. 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 Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. murder. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. 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 I killed it. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.